Assalamualaikum and greeting to my beautiful madam. Hope madam has good health always. My name is Nur Umairan Nabiha binti Safi'i with metric number 2011222275 from class PA243 to be company. So, this is Jerasia Capital Berhad. Okay, firstly, JCB Group of the company is involved in the manufacture of fashion clothes. There have 65 locations around the company, which is 34 of which are devoted to for internationals, brands like Mango, Nike, Terra Nova and Colit. This is the second firm that I choose, which is Bonia Corporation Berhad. So this company core activity in product design, manufacture, promotion, marketing, distribution, wholesale and retail of luxury leatherware, footwear, apparel, accessory and eyewear for men and women under our care. So this all brand is under Bonia Corporation Berhad. Liquidity ratio have two ratio, which is current and quick ratio. As we can see, current ratio for this firm show they are the same in 2018 and 2019, which is 1.37 times, while it's decreasing in 2020, which is 0.95 times. Year 2018 and 2019 able to pay its current liability from its current asset compared with year 2020. Quick ratio for this firm are fluctuation, which is the third 3 years do not reach a ratio of more than 1. This demonstrates that Jerasia Capital Berhad was not able to cover and pay its current liability even after deducting inventories, since inventories are less liquidity assets. Okay, next is for activity ratio, which have fixed asset turnover and total asset turnover. As we can see at graph, for fixed asset turnover from year 2018 to 2020, their ratio is increasing, which are 4.68 times for 2018, 5.69 times for 2019 and 6.04 times for 2020, which is the highest. They are efficient in generating sales from the available fixed asset and have a good performance on how fast they use fixed asset convert to sales. For asset turnover ratio are decreasing from year 2018 to 2020, which are 1.50 times, which is the higher for 2018, 1.48 times for 2019 and 1.39 times for 2020. For 2018, they have a good performance on how well they generate good sales from total assets. So next is for leverage ratio, which are debt ratio and long-term debt ratio. As we can see at this graph, for debt ratio, this firm shows that from 2018 to 2020 are increased. The year 2020 shows that the highest percentage debt ratio, which is 84.41%, and a very drastic increase in the ratio compared to 2018 and 2019. It means the company has poor performance and more risk for having a critical risk for that year. For long-term debt ratio, from 2018 to 2020 is fluctuating, which is year 2018 is 1.28%, 2019 0.46%, and 2020 3.23%. It shows that year 2019 has a good performance and the risk for bankruptcy is less. Meanwhile, year 2020 firm performing poorly and it at higher chance of experiencing a significant increase in financials. The last one is profitability ratio, which have return on investment or return on asset and return on equity. The graph shows that return on investment or return on asset for 2018 to 2020 is reduced, which is 2.46% to 0.70%. For year 2018, they are able to generate profit with all the assets that are available. Year 2020 has a negative percentage ratio, of which is negative 37.68%, the lower percentage of ratio compared with the previous year. So, the firm cannot generate profit well with all the assets. Meanwhile, for return on equity ratio from 2018 to 2020 are decreased. In 2018, the ratio is 5.02%, which is the highest ratio, and this company is effective to generate profit with all their equity. For 2019, their ratio is still stable, which is 1.54%. Meanwhile, at year 2020, which ratio negative 241.01%, obviously, in 2020, this company performance is poor and ineffective and able to generate profit with all its equity. Okay, so I will continue with trend analysis for Bonia Corporation Berhad for year 2018, 2019 and 2020. For this company liquidity ratio, for the current ratio from year 2018 to 2019 is increasing while decreasing in 2020. The year 2019, which is the highest ratio between 2018 and 2020, Bonia Corporation Berhad has a good performance and able to pay their current liability. After that, as we can see at the graph, from year 2018 to 2019, the quick ratio is increasing from 1.90 times to 2.0 times. However, in 2020, it is down to 1.72 times. This demonstrates that Bonia Corporation Berhad was able to cover and pay its current liability in 2020 after deducting inventories, since inventories are less liquidity asset. For activity ratio, the graph for total fixed asset shows from 2018 to 2019, which is the highest, is increased. Meanwhile, for 2020, it is decreased. Bonia Corporation Berhad have a good performance and show how well the firm used its fixed asset to generate sales in 2019. For 2020, their total fixed assets are high, but they did not good to generate high sales from their fixed asset as in previous years. From total asset turnover, increased from year 2018 to 2019, which is the highest, but decreased for year 2020. These 3 years, they cannot manage to generate the highest sales from their total asset because they do not achieve the minimum ratio. The graph show for the leverage ratio for debt ratio is fluctuation for year 2018 to 2020. The debt ratio for Bonia Corporation Berhad has a low performance and is very high risk for their firm because the level debt is too higher. After that, for long-term debt ratio for these 3 years, they have a fluctuation too for their ratio. This year of long-term debt ratio is the highest ratio for these 3 years. Obviously, this indicates that in overall years, this firm have risky with the higher long-term debt level and can affect to bankruptcy because they cannot measure the amount of percentage of total asset being financed by long-term debt or liability. The graph show for profitability ratio on return on investment from year 2018 to 2019 is increased, while at year 2020 is decreased, which is this year ratio is the lower ratio. This proves that Bonia Corporation Berhad have a good performance and this firm can measure the effectiveness to generate profit with their all asset in year 2018 and 2019. After that, return on equity ratio, this graph shows year 2020, this firm does not reach the minimum ratio and to generate profit from the total equity is ineffective because the ratio not above 1. Meanwhile, for year 2018 and 2019, they can generate profit from their total equity. Okay, so I will continue with comparative analysis for Berks Company latest, which is year 2020. The graph shows the comparative Berks Company year 2020 for liquidity ratio. For Jaya Raharsa Capital Berhad, which is 0.95 times, a poor performance which is not able to pay its current liability from its current asset. Meanwhile, for Bonia Corporation Berhad shows 2.79 times, show that their firm is in a good performance and able to pay off the current liabilities with their current asset. After that, the quick ratio, Bonia Corporation Berhad shows that they have a better performance for their firm than Jaya Raharsa Capital Berhad because they are able to cover and pay its current liabilities in a short term after deducting inventories and have the most liquid asset. And then for the activity ratio, fixed asset turnover, as we can see in the graph, Jaya Raharsa Capital Berhad has a higher fixed asset turnover than Bonia Corporation Berhad, which is 6.04 times and 1.14 times. This shows that Jaya Raharsa Capital Berhad shows that on how fast and how well their firm for the fixed asset convert to sales than Bonia Corporation Berhad did. After that, total asset turnover, the graph shows the Jaya Raharsa Capital Berhad is more than better than Bonia Corporation Berhad. Jaya Raharsa Capital Berhad shows that on how well and fast their firms use its total asset to generate sales than Bonia Corporation Berhad. So proceed with leverage ratio, which is debt ratio. Although the graph shows both companies are high, but Bonia Corporation Berhad can still control the financial health and stability of the company due to low total liabilities, high total assets from the performance of Jaya Raharsa Capital Berhad in 2020. Thereafter, for the long-term debt ratio, Bonia Corporation Berhad was higher than Jaya Raharsa Capital Berhad at 15.72% and 3.23%. This is due to Jaya Raharsa Company, whose lower total asset can be financed by lower long-term debt. Jaya Raharsa Capital Berhad is less at risk for bankruptcy due to its goods and control performance compared to Bonia Corporation Berhad. And the last one is profitability ratio for comparative boards company. For return on investment, the graph shows Jurasia Capital Berhad have a negative percentage return on investment ratio, while for Bonia Corporation Berhad have a positive return on investment ratio, which are negative 37.68% and 0.60%. Obviously, Jurasia and Bonia company shows that they cannot be measure of the firm effectiveness to generate a good profit with all its available asset. After that, for return on equity, also the graph shows both company were not able to obtain profit from the given level of equity, and the effectiveness of the firm to generate the profit from equity cannot be measured in year 2020. So, for the conclusion, liquidity ratio shows Bonia Corporation Berhad has a better performance and more liquidity than Jurasia Capital Berhad. It is because Jurasia Capital Berhad for years 2018 to 2020, this fund does not have the most liquid asset. The company is also performing well, and it may also face problem in repaying its short-term obligation in the future. After that, Bonia Corporation Berhad shows a good current ratio, has an ability to pay current obligation with current asset. They also have the most liquid asset for these 3 years, as their ratio reached the minimum limit. For activity ratio, Jurasia Capital Berhad has a fast and better performance than Bonia Corporation Berhad, which is I found that this firm has a bad condition for asset management measure. Jurasia Capital Berhad is efficient, better and fastest in generating sales with their total fixed asset than they generate sales from their total asset. Meanwhile, Bonia Corporation Berhad is only able to generate their sale with their total fixed asset and has a low performance and cannot generate sales from their total asset. For leverage ratio, Jurasia Capital Berhad is better than Bonia Corporation Berhad. It can be seen both companies indicating that they are failing to manage their risk of firm for debt ratio. They do not be able to pay off its due debt on time. For long-term debt ratio, Jurasia Capital Company has a low ratio, which means better than Bonia Corporation Berhad. For profitability ratio, Bonia Corporation Berhad show this firm has a better company performance than Jurasia Capital Berhad. Jurasia Capital Berhad, the percentage of their firm is declining sharply, so that is reach a negative percentage. Meanwhile, Bonia Corporation Berhad can still measure the effectiveness to generate profit from their asset and equity. Okay, so what can I recommend for the company which not have in a good performance for each ratio? Okay, so let's go. For liquidity ratio, I would recommend that Jurasia Capital Berhad can improve their financial skills for current asset by disposing of their unproductive asset. After that, they can increase sales and inventory turnover, and they can increase sales for the organization to be critical to increasing liquid resources. For activity ratio, what can I recommend for Bonia Corporation Berhad company is they can examine their business to discover if they are storing goods for an extended period of time. And next, for leverage ratio, the recommendation that I can give is Bonia Corporation Berhad can find ways to use their asset more efficiently. And lastly is for profitability ratio, I recommend Jurasia Capital Berhad can boost their income by increasing their pricing. After that, with lower material price, this company can save on materials by negotiating cheaper pricing with their vendors. Thank you, madam, for listening all my presentation.